everyone, it's Bacon Donut here, and I'm back with another Sky Factory tutorial. Yes! Sky Factory is a mod pack that I created, and if you want to know more about it and how to get it, go back and watch episode 1. And today, we're going to talk about something very fun, one of my favorite mods ever, which is Dartcraft. Yes! Awesome mod. I can't wait to get into it. Now, we're not going to actually complete any of the challenges today, and that's okay. Dartcraft is a complex mod. There's a whole lot of items, whole lot of features, and it plays a very important role in the Sky Factory mod pack. In fact, it's essential if you actually want to complete all the challenges. You're going to have to do some Dartcraft. So yeah, let's get started. I'm in creative mode. Let's see, I'm going to see if I can do all this in survival for you. It's absolutely, like, nothing that I'm ever going to show you in these videos is something that you can't do in survival. So, all right, so first of all, we're going to need some power. And let's start with that. So we set this up previously. This is just an automatic lava creator, right? And in order to make use of this, we're going to have to get this lava out and put it into a lava generator. Generator right here. There's other generators, there's other engines and stuff that could use lava, but this one's pretty darn cheap. Just a furnace, some iron, some gold, easy to make. And we're gonna connect it here, and you have to pipe the lava out, right? And so we're going to use this same type of pipe here, the opaque fluid duct. And if you remember from what I said before, it requires a redstone signal. See, I don't have a pick on me. I'll borrow the Dartcraft pick. There's a little preview of all the Dartcraft items. All right, so let's break that. I'm just going to put that there to give us a redstone signal. Boom. There's the fluid duct, and of course you have to wrench it. Borrow the force wrench. Oh, we're going to talk about that force wrench. There we go. So that is now extracting lava out of that pipe. And so the engine goes right on the end of that, like so. And as you can see, boom, it's filling up with lava, and it is creating 80 RF per tick. And since there's nothing currently getting powered, the internal buffer here is going to fill up. And RF is, you know what, I don't even remember. It's redstone something, I don't know, but that's the name of the power. It's kind of like, think of it like volts, you know, in terms of electricity. RF is the power unit. So this is gonna, it has an internal battery basically of 500,000. All right, so that's creating power. So let's take a look. Here in this chest, I've got a wide variety of all the Dartcraft items, and we're going to learn more about them. But as you can see, it's got a full set of armor. It's got tools like this pickaxe that I just used, shovel, axe, sword, shears, and a bow. It has its own blocks. This is brick, stairs, slabs, and a torch, and all of these come in a variety of colors, and the torches you can even give unique properties to, which that'll be in a video down the road. I've also got this little guy, the magnet glove. I like to use magnet mode when I'm in survival, and some of you feel like that's cheating or whatever. That's fine. You don't have to use magnet mode. This item allows you to do it legit because it's something that you craft and can earn later in the game. This force rod here, we're going to make lots of use of that. We're going to that's required to get started. These are force shards. We'll learn about that in a minute. This Force Infuser we're going to use, it has its own tree. There's an engine. You can use Dartcraft as a power source. It's got a furnace, a bag that you can carry around, its own storage unit, like a chest that can do auto crafting and all sorts of, it's just crazy stuff. So let's get into it. How do you actually start? Well, the first thing you're going to want to do is get a force tree. And so let's just illustrate this. Boom, 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 right there, and bone meal it a couple times. Wait, why why? What's it? There it is. Jeez, I thought it wasn't gonna work for a second. This is a force tree, and I like it. It's got nice shiny particles to it. Nice and pretty. And of course it's got its own planks and stuff too. Pretty cool. Now, you might be asking, how do you get this sapling? Now, you may have gotten one of those force saplings while sifting dirt. That's a possibility. Another way to get it, if you don't get a hold of one of those, is you can, if you have a force rod, which I'll show you how to do in a second, the force rod can actually turn a oak sapling into a force sapling. So let's talk more about this force rod. Force rod right here. And the recipe is a wooden stick or a force stick, a force nugget, and a force ingot. Okay, so what's a force ingot? How do you get that? So just click on it. You'll see the recipe, either 9 of the nuggets or this stuff. And there's like 12 pages of things. And, you know, it might be a little overwhelming. Let me make it simple for you. What you're going to want to do is get iron. Take a furnace, get a couple of iron ingots, and cook it in the furnace, and you'll get Dartcraft iron, dart iron. So the iron ingot becomes Dartcraft iron, and if you craft a force gem right here, wait, it's all over the place. Come back here. Wait, force gem. If you craft a force gem with 2 dart iron, I think that was it right there, dart iron, you get 3 force ingots. So, you know, you can do it with the iron, but you only get 2 as a result. If you do it with gold, you get 3, but of course gold is more rare than iron is. So the dart iron is a good way to do that. If you do this once, get a couple of these, then you can take that and, you know, craft it to get nuggets, right? And then you'll have nugget and an ingot, and then you can craft the rod. Okay, makes sense? Oh my gosh, and this is the first item. No wonder people avoid this mod. Okay, so you get the force rod. You can take an oak sapling, craft the 2 of them together right here, you know, oak sapling, boom, and you'll get the force sapling. Or like I said, sifting dirt, you might get a hold of it as well. Okay, so that gets you the tree. So just like in Sky Factory fashion, you're going to want to farm these. So plant a bunch of them, harvest them, get the saplings. You'll occasionally get nuggets out of the leaves. The crooks work on these, so you can get extra drops out of there, collect a bunch of the lumber, all that sort of stuff, and you'll start to get that built up. Now, the thing that you want to do, and another way to get started with all this, what about the force gems, right? Force gem with iron ingots. Well, how do you get the force gems? Those can drop from spoils bags. So we've got that automated mob farm, right? So you should have a lot of loot by now. Force gems comes out of those, and you can actually make them that way. And if you want to get them even faster, you can even craft them into a seed. So look at this force seed right here. Is a magical crops thing. You can plant them into the ground and have a steady income of them that way. I'm going to do a whole separate video on magical crops. I've already showed you how to get started, but anyway, that's one option. So after you've got that going, you're going to want to make this. This is the magic thing that starts the whole ball rolling, the Force Infuser. So let's look up the recipe for that. Force Infuser. Boom, right there. So this is another force transmutation recipe. You take the force rod, craft it with an enchantment table, and you will get the Force Infuser. Now, if you're saying to yourself, wait a minute, Bacon, I don't have all the materials for an enchanting table, right? Well, with this automated sifter thing that I made before, you should be getting diamonds. That shouldn't be a problem. Obsidian I already showed you how to make here. That just leaves books. Books can drop out of the spoils bags from the mob farm. You can get, if you want to craft it manually, you can get sugarcane seeds from sifting, and you can make paper that way. And if you need leather, well, I already showed you how to make how to get animals to appear. And check this out. Look at all these animals that are hanging out here that just started from this grass platform and nothing else, right? So we've got cows. You can farm those together, get leather, etc. So that's all the stuff that you should need in order to make an enchanting table. And you can take that enchanting table, craft it with the force rod, and the result will be this Force Infuser. So this Force Infuser needs power. That's why we had to set this up. So we've got this going, all ready to power the Force Infuser. Now the thing is this Force Infuser, it takes a different kind of power than this type of generator makes. This makes RF power. This thing expects MJ power. It's power from a different mod. So you're in luck though. This leadstone energy conduit can convert them. So if you just put a leadstone energy conduit right there, and then the infuser next to it, see how that connects? If you touch this thing and see, look, it's filling up. It's filling up with power. If you were to put this thing right next to this, it wouldn't get power because it's the wrong type. But this conduit actually does the converting. So let's look this up. Leadstone energy conduit right there. Super cheap. Just some redstone, lead, and glass. All of that you can get through the sifting and the other stuff. So there you go. So now we're sitting there. It's going to fill up with power. And that's half of the components that you need for this thing. We're not even ready to use it yet. There's more. There's this thing over here. It takes a type of fuel called liquid force. Liquid force is used all over Dartcraft, and it's no different here. You have to put some force in here in order to get it to work. And luckily, there's several different things you can put in here to make it work. And then the last thing you need after the liquid force is what's called an upgrade tome. So if we come over here, let's see. Oh, I don't have one on me. It's just a book. If you take a plain old book, craft it together with the force rod, then you're gonna get the tome. There we go. This guy right here, the upgrade tome. So force rod, book, upgrade tome. And come back here. Come here. Oh, there we go. Cool. And so once you have that thing crafted, you put it right here. Boom. If you mouse over, it says 0 force points, next tier 96, owner bacon donut, and it's tier 1. So basically this book has levels. It's currently level 1. You need to give it more XP to level up to get to the next level, and this will all make sense soon. But when it says next tier, that means it needs 96 XP to get to level 2. And I'll cover more about that in a bit. So let's get some liquid force in here. There are 3 ways that you can get force into that. The first is these buckets of force. This is just a liquid. It's yellow. Boom. It's kind of crazy stuff. If you and you should have seen this by now. You can get them out of the spoils packs. So you'll just have these buckets in there. And if you touch the stuff and you're hurt, it'll actually regenerate you. I don't currently have any damage to me, so we're not seeing the effect of it. But if I was hurt, it would make the screen wobble and actually regenerate your health. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It also works as a valid bucket of water. So in the early game, if you make a mob farm first, and you get a force bucket before you get water, then you can get a cobblestone generator faster, because everything that you did over here, like this water here, yeah, could have been a force bucket. I could put force bucket right there, and this whole entire contraption would still work. Also, you can use it in the farms instead of water. Put it in the middle of the farm, this force bucket would work just fine. So if you're gonna go the liquid force route, all you gotta do is take this thing, boom, put it right there, and it drains into there. You can see 1,000. That's a standard convention in modded Minecraft that liquids are measured in millibuckets. 1 bucket equals 1,000 of whatever. So this thing, 1,000 liquid force, means there's 1 bucket's worth in there. So that's one way, but as you can see, that barely touched the surface of this, right? And you're going to need a lot of those buckets to do it that way. That is an inefficient way to do it. You don't want to do it that way because it'll take forever to get it all. The second way is these force gems. So these force gems directly, you can just take these things and put them right in here. And as you can see, that's quite a bit. So it's 8,000 right now. That's 8 buckets worth. I'm going to put 1 in. Boom. 9,000. So each one of these gems is equal to a bucket. So that's pretty reasonable if you've got a lot of them. But again, unless you've just got a stupid amount of force bags, you're going to run out of those unless you've gone the magic crops route and are actually growing them. And the third way, the way that I prefer, for a very important reason, is the shards. Force shards. It's just, I don't know, it's hard to explain the little thing. It's just this little rod, right? Any of these Dartcraft tools, these things, which again, we'll learn more about these later, if you use them until they break, you will get a force shard. It drops a force shard, kind of, it's like the broken remains of the tool, if that makes sense. You will also get these in the spoils bags. You'll get the force shards right in the bags. And check out what happens here. On the tome, we have 0 force points, and we got 9,000 liquid force. So let's put 1 force shard in here. Boom. Now we have 10,000, so that was equal to 1 bucket. But look up here. 10 force points, and next tier 86. That shard just gave us 10 XP. We haven't even done anything yet, and we already have experience. See where I'm going with this? So you get XP for this tome by doing stuff, by enchanting stuff with it. This thing is basically a fancy enchanting table in a way, but you know, it's only for Dartcraft stuff. And you get XP by enchanting stuff. If you use these, then you're gonna make sure that you always have enough XP on here to get to the next level, and you won't be held up by that. So I'm just gonna take a stack. Boom, look at that. Now it's all full, and look at that, we've got 400 points, and it's saying ready to advance. That means as soon as we're done enchanting the tier 1 stuff, it's going to automatically go to tier 2 because we already have enough XP. Okay, now that this thing has fuel, it's got power, it's got the book, we are now ready to actually enchant some stuff. So let's click this little thing right here, this info. This is going to be very important. You're gonna use this a lot. So this thing is a little book. If you've ever used the mod Dartcraft, it has a Thaumanomicon book thing that shows you stuff. This is like that. You can make one of these Dartcraft 101 books to give you some more information to read about. It's useful if you don't know the mod. You can craft that. Look it up in NEI. But the thing for enchanting that you need to pay attention to is these guys right here. All 4 of these, they're kind of grayed out, and when you click on them, it's going to show you a hint about what the item is. And I'm going to spoil it for you and just tell you what it is. And I've put them in this chest in order. So this is what each of these things, if you want to screenshot this and come back to it later or whatever, in order, this is what all of the grayed out things are for each of the tiers of Dartcraft. And so basically you have to use these items in an enchantment, and these 4 represent tier 1. You have to do each one of these at least once until it, and that's when it unlocks tier 2. So to make this make sense, let's look at it. We've got the Force Nugget. That adds I think knockback. I think it's knockback to a sword, and then this claw that drops from bats. The claws add sharpness to weapons. This is sugar, that'll add speed to things, and this is a force log, which is this is for the axe, the dart axe, and I'll show you this. All right, so let's grab some of these. So we need one of those, one of these, one of those, and one of these, and now we need something. Ah, come on, stupid drag. Yeah. There, and we need something to enchant with. So these 2 go on a sword, these 2 items. So let's grab this sword, and those last 2, the sugar that I should have kept and put away, those go on an axe. All right, so let's go over here. We've got our sword. Put the sword in there. I just shift clicked to do that. Shift click the nugget. Boom, and see how it says question mark? It's gonna reveal what that is after you've used it once. And so then we're going to click that. Boom. See, there's 7 slots total here, but it only lets you use 2. That's because you're at tier 1. So now you click go to actually enchant it. There it is. It's making noises. It's thinking about it. It's going through it. And boom, we have knockback 1 and damage 1 on a force sword. And so with that sword, like any Dartcraft tool, if you press the letter F, F as in Frank, if you're holding it in your hand and you press the letter F, wait, did they change that too? Darn it, it's a different key. I don't know what the key is anymore. Crap. Okay, we'll show it a different way. If you use this item and it starts taking durability, let's see, let's break a block with it so it takes some durability loss. What, that didn't work either. Oh my gosh, I'm failing on every turn. Maybe a monster? No, there's no mobs in the farm. There's choo-choos. Here, let's do that. Choo-choos, please. Come here. Come here, I need to kill you. I need to kill you to death. Ow! Choo-choo, please. There. There. Okay, done! The sword has taken damage! At long last, that was way harder than it should have been. My goodness. If you put this thing back in the infuser and just hit go, it fills it back up. What it's going to do is take this liquid force and store it in an internal storage on the sword. And that way, the tools don't ever have to break. They will break if you let it get too far, but you know, when it starts to look damaged, just hit that and you'll be good forever. Not forever. Did I say forever? Not forever. For a long time. And okay, so I'm gonna pop into creative because that makes this go faster. And let's do the axe, a log, a sugar, and hit go. Boom. That was instant because I'm in creative. So that the log gave it lumberjack and the sugar gave it speed 1. That's the same thing as efficiency. It's just like putting efficiency on an axe. So let me show you what lumberjack does. This is without having vein miner. Boom, see that? It chops the whole tree down like that. Now, some vein miner is an optional mod. Not everybody is using that. So obviously, if you are using vein miner, this ability wouldn't be useful at all. But for those that chose not to use it, this axe is going to be amazing and just blowing your mind right now that you can chop down the tree like that. And so now if we come back in here, look at this. We did each one of these items in an enchantment, and as you can see, that unlocked tier 2. And all these things are grayed out, but in the next video, I'm going to show you what those are. And so in part 2, we're going to continue enchanting. And as we go through, you're going to learn what each of these items does and how you can use it in your Sky Factory to complete challenges. One that you're especially going to look forward to, I think, is tier 4. I think is it tier 4? I think it's tier 4 because that's when you can actually fly. We're going to make armor that's going to let you fly. But let me leave you with one other thing that's really cool. This armor here, one final enchant for the road. This armor, let's look this up. Force, wait, what is it? It put it on. I didn't mean to put it on. Oh, it's got weird names. Here they are, right here. So if you click on that, you can see it's just force ingots in the same shape as armor. So just like normal armor, just get those force ingots. I showed you how to make the force ingots at the beginning of the video. Craft the armor, right? So I recommend doing that. And then all you need to enchant the thing is sugar. So check this out. Put that with a sugar. Go. Oh, wait, back into creative. Let's speed this up. Boom. And that with sugar. Boom. That sugar. Boom. That sugar. Boom. Okay, so now we have Dartcraft armor and it has speed on it, right? You ready for this? You ready for this? Boom, look at that. Look how fast I'm going. Ah, it's out of control. How insane is that? It's amazing. It's not only is it amazing, it's almost too fast. And this is without even having any flight yet. So you can get around your base much better having done that. And all it takes is sugar and some of those ingots. Pretty good. So like I said, in the next video, we're going to cover tier 2 and see how far we get in the allotted amount of time. And so, yeah, we're going to learn all about Dartcraft. We're going to be able to fly, and flight will complete a challenge. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button down below, subscribe to the channel, check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/bacon_donut. I broadcast Minecraft daily, and I'm also active over on Twitter. at Bacon Donut TV. Thank you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Bye.